It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to December the 5th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were in Montreal to face off against Canadiens for the first of two meetings this season. Second night of back-to-backs, head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and D pairs in the following ways, and we do have an update here. Ryan O'Reilly listed as out week to week, so not in the lineup here. Forsberg, Stamkos, and Nyquist, Jankowski, Svechkov, and Marchessault, LaRue, Parson, Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Sisson. So Novak also healthy, scratched in this game. McCarron back into the lineup. Yossi and Carrier, Shea and Blankenberg, Willsby and Shen make up your defensive pairings, and Justus Annunen makes his first start as a Nashville Predator. We are just 1:07 into the first period, and Annunen coming up with a save on Matheson's first shot on goal of the game at the 2:30 mark. Annunen another save on Dvorak at the 3:35 mark of the first period. It's Montembeault coming up with a save on Svechkov at 4:09. Montembeault another save, this time on LaRue. Sharp angle shot at the 5:53 mark of the first period. Annunen's back to work, coming up with a save on Caulfield, sliding across the crease, showing some outstanding edge work and tracking at the 6:58 mark of the first. We get our first special teams scenario as Montreal picks up a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Montembeault comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg, but then it is Evans with the shorthanded goal off of the rush. It's Evans' fifth goal of the season, giving the Montreal Canadiens a one-goal lead in the shorthanded scenario. Nashville Predators unable to capitalize in the remaining seconds of their power play afterwards. Past the halfway point of the first period, now at 10:17 in the first, it's Annunen coming up with a save on Suzuki off of the rush at 11:02. Annunen comes up with a save on Gallagher, plus the follow-up by Savard at 14:23. Back to work again, this time a save on Line 17:06. Another big save on Suzuki, the Nashville Predators' newest net minder, holding his own here in the first period. 18:56 now, the first period. It's Jankowski, and he's pissed about it. Off to the box, 2 minutes for hooking. Annunen comes up with a save on Line 8, plus two follow-up jam attempts. A big scrum, lots of bodies, lots of traffic. Everything manages to hold. We hit the end of the first period with Montreal out shooting Nashville 13-6, leading 1-0. A carryover of a power play of 56 seconds onto the clean sheet. Let's pick the action up right there with the Predators having an outstanding penalty kill for that 56 seconds. We go to the 3:30 mark for the next action. We find Annunen coming with a save on Barron at 4:17. Annunen comes up with a save on Struble, 6:46. Another save, this time on Matheson. Again, doing some heavy lifting in his first start as a Nashville per 8:57 now. The second period, Philip Forsberg hitting the crossbar. The NHL leader in shots missed this season manages to ring one off of the iron. I guess things are getting closer. 10:11 now, halfway through this game. In the second period now, it's Savard off the box, 2 minutes for roughing on Cole Smith. Montembeault, a huge save on Nyquist. Then Montembeault comes up with a save on Forsberg, not once but twice, and plenty of solid zone time for the Nashville Predators, but just simply not enough getting through into the high danger areas. 12:19 now, the second period. Savard, he misses the net on a breakaway out of the box. Not only an outstanding penalty kill for Montreal, but then they almost pick up the goal immediately out of the box. 13:32 with the second is Montembeault with the save on LaRue, plus his follow-up jam. LaRue crashing hard and earning some attention in the pest kind of way. 16:08 now, the second period is Annunen with a save on Caulfield. 19:21 of the second period, it is Nyquist off the box. 2 minutes. He picks up a minor, and then Sissons picks up a 2-minute minor for interference on the penalty kill. This leads to a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 25 seconds. Of course, there's only 3 seconds left in the period right here, so a face-off, and we hit the intermission. 25-16 are your shots on goal after 2 periods, but a massive carryover of a 5-on-3 hanging over the heads of the Predators during the entirety of the intermission. 122 of that 5-on-3 would not be necessary, as Line would convert with a wrist shot high. He's a sniper, and this was a true sniper right here. He's killed the Preds for many years with his career as the Jets, and now over in Montreal doing it again. His second of the season puts Montreal up 2-0 over the Nashville Predators. 5:43 now in the third period. It's Montembeault coming in with the save on McCarron with the hard crash to the net. Somebody giving effort right there, trying to make something happen. At 6:30 out of the third period, it's Doc off the box. 2 minutes for slashing on Colton Sissons. Nyquist does pick up a goal, but it's immediately waved off, and upon instant review, you can obviously tell it was a kicking motion. This is the right call, and honestly, there was not a lot of protesting from the Nashville Predators on this one. Not initially, and not after the call either. Struble is going to pick up a penalty just after that. 2 minutes for holding. This gives the Predators a 5-on-3, 36 seconds. With that much talent, they should be able to get something done. Well, over the course of the 5-on-3 and then the 5-on-4, they're able to generate 4 total shots on goal, but they just simply cannot score. They just can't do it. So a 5-on-3, it comes and it goes, and the 5-on-4, it comes and it goes as well at 11:10 of the third period. It's Montembeault coming to the save on Mark Jankowski. At 11:34 of the third period, Jack Shy off the box, 2 minutes for interference on LaRue. 2 players with X's in their names. That's got to be some sort of statistical anomaly for the NHL, doesn't it? I was trying to find something. I was trying to find something interesting in the third period. Montembeault comes with a save on Marchessault. That's also quite an interesting, easy say right there. Montembeault on Marchessault. Noonan comes up with a save on Evans. Shorthanded breakaway. That's right. They already have one shorthanded goal in this game. Now a shorthanded breakaway. They had another rush out of the box. Really, truly bad coverage by the Nashville Predators this entire evening. 15-12 of the third period. It's Montembeault coming with a save on Carey, plus the follow-up by Jankowski. 19-14 of the third period. It's Armia, another former Winnipeg Jet, killing the Nashville Predators yet again with his third goal of the season. It's an empty netter. That puts Montreal up 3-0. The final seconds tick away, and Montembeault gets the shutout in this game. Montreal outshoots the Nashville Predators 30-29. Montreal wins the game by a score of 3-0. Noonan makes a fantastic Nashville Predators debut, has a very strong game, gave his team every opportunity to win this one, but when you can't score, you can't win. Chris Mason said that one on the broadcast. That is a pretty obvious statement. Goaltender can't do it all. He definitely did some good work in this one, but the Predators offense, it's in a drought, and this is going to cost the head coach of the Nashville Predators his job, whether it is his fault or not. We've been chronicling it. We've been building up to it. I don't think there's any way that the head coach of the Nashville Predators is going to survive. We'll say that more of that for the analysis portion of things, but this is a moment. The Predators had a comparable team tonight on the ice in Montreal, only 1 point better than them in the overall NHL standings, and they looked like the two teams were a chasm apart, a canyon apart, a great wide distance apart, and that was a 7th place team, Nashville, versus an 8th place team, Montreal, from their own division. Something's going to break for the Nashville Predators, and it's going to break very, very soon, possibly at the end of this road trip. That's going to do it for the Reverse Sports full game recap. Threw a little bit of opinion in there, but it was necessary. We need to start talking about these things seriously. It can't go on like this. It cannot. We'll be back with a whole lot more just like this coming up next on the Renegades of Puck podcast.